Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. D. Simone. And this week, boys and girls, we're going to hear this great story. It's called The Pout Fish Cleans Up the Ocean. The fish is amazing, Mr. Fish grins was wide. The beautiful surroundings left him wonder-struck inside. His head was full of happy, and his heart was full of awe. But his smile sank away when he turned around and saw a big mess. Whatever could it be, but he couldn't really tell, so he talked with a friend who had noticed it as well. There's a problem that needs solving, and I don't know what to do, but I'm going to find some answers. Would you like to join me too? Absolutely, said Mrs. Shimmer as she grabbed a few supplies. They traveled to the mystery mess and see with their own eyes. Swimming off, they were enchanted by the ocean big and bright, but looming in the distance was that dark, dismal sight. A big mess. What's it made of? They both wondered, and they pondered this out loud. Around them, others gathered in a small but growing crowd. There's a problem that needs solving, and we don't know what to do, but we're going to find some answers. Would you like to join us too? Count us in, said Mr. Seahorse, and he powered up his rig. Yes, the group was getting bigger. They jetted through the ocean in a peaceful sort of bliss, but the thing that stretched before them was impossible to miss. A big mess. Who will fix it? Fish were asking, hoping someone else would know. There was a lot of conversations as they traveled with the flow. There's a problem that needs solving, and we don't know what to do, but we're going to find some answers. Would you like to join us too? All as one, said Mrs. Squid as she swished away some junk. The group continued forward towards the kneeling pile of gunk. They reached the mystery mess. They took measurements and samples. They made notes and they did research, and they found similar examples. When everyone was finished, they assembled to discuss. They came to one conclusion. The problem is us! We made that big mess. They froze in disbelief. Then they all began to shout, feeling troubled and uneasy, and some began to pout. Were they stuck with this forever? Would it worsen? Would it grow? Mr. Fish was worried too, but there's one thing that I know. It's awful that we caused it, but this bad news can be good, for it means that we can solve it if we all agree that we should. Silence filled the ocean. Their future was at stake. It was a moment of decision, but which one would they make? A big yes. We can do it, they exclaimed. Positively yes. So they pitched in together and they cleaned the ocean up. They gathered up the garbage with the help of everyone. They worked to fix and remedy the damage that they had done. Then they talked about new habits, how to travel with less trace, and reduce their use of plastic and put trash in its place. Problems have solutions, so we learned what we can do, and together we're the answer. Would you like to join us too? And boys and girls, that's the end of that story. I love that story because it had some rhymes to it, and I like when books rhyme. But what your activity is to do this week is, how can you make a difference in your community? Okay? So what I would like for you to do is draw a picture of yourself cleaning up your community. Okay? Draw just a little picture, and if you want to, write a little sentence about it too. Bye, boys and girls. See you next week.